also have a force of evil. You know, a force of good.
Hey! Hello, watchers, runners, and gods of the time stream. Check to your left for a wicker man. Check to your right for the Lord of the Crows. If they're not there, grab a chair, conjure up a table, and join us to talk about all things the Dungeon Run. Noble Blood was a pretty exciting episode. My open thoughts, I think I would describe Noble Blood as very surprising. Definitely had a what's gonna happen next feel to it. And in my opinion, had some really funny moments. Overall, I thought it was kind of hilarious. There were a lot of scenes that were making me legit laugh out loud. So as far as my rating for this episode overall, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 malls. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. What are your opening thoughts?
I would probably agree with the 7 out of 10 malls.
That's the first time you've given your rating. That's exciting.
Well, no, I gave it last time.
Not on the stream.
Oh, okay. Sorry. No, but I do think 7 out of 10 malls is pretty accurate. I really liked a lot of the reveals. They always catch me off guard, and I absolutely love them. And some of the creepies that were going on, like the creepy of the eyes following and not being able to get out of the house, but they were really trying, but all of a sudden they could get out of the house because the lady of the house made it happen with her own mind or whatever. And a lot of some of the things that happen in the battle, in the different battles. So Civ jumping over the table and doing those really awesome flips and moves, and the game room folks were able to make that happen and make it visual for us. I mean, it was so cool, and even the visual effects of all the spells going, that really, really made it fabulous. My only kind of beef about it was everyone was kind of just tired and out of spell slots on that last one, and so I was like, come on, just get to the boat. And so it just kind of dragged a little bit for me, but otherwise it was a really good episode. I rather enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know we actually had different opinions on the battle, which we will get to. But I did want to point out, I agree with you. You just reminded me when they were leaving the castle. Those knights, man, how they were angry with the red, and that house did not want them to leave. Jeff, as usual, does an amazing job describing the scene to where I can imagine it perfectly in my head, and it is beautiful. I want us to back up a little when it came to them fighting and all of the stuff that happened when they were in the battle with the lady in the house.
Yeah.
First, I actually love how in the last watch party, you and I made our predictions as to whether you said that you thought that they would try to talk to the lady of the house, and I said the party was just going to go at her. And we were both right. Yay. Half the party were trying to talk to her and figure out the situation, and the other half was just hungo.
I knew Lily would come through and James would try, but I knew Lily would come through and try to talk. That's her big point on almost any kind of battle. If there's even a chance of talking, she wants to start that conversation. She wants to make sure that they talk it out first. And, after that, if it seems like we have to fight, we have to fight. That's just how our character works. But, they were very valid in what they were doing, because they've been fighting ghosts all day long. They were tired. They're trying to get to the end. She looked scary. Yeah, they're going to go after her, of course.
Yeah, I actually, I mean, you know, and everybody knows that I'm very strongly opinionated, but I agree with you. I thought how Lily handled the situation was very valid, but I also think that the way Ugo and Civ kind of came at the battle and the Lady of the House, I also thought was very valid because they've got punished several times in the Castle Rum severely by trying to talk things out and let's observe the situation. I mean, they got punished for it, especially Civ and Ugo, who were the two that kind of went hungo and attacking. They were deep, they were
Absolutely.
aged in all kinds of stuff. So I actually, I'm totally okay, and I think it was valid what they did too. It was definitely fun to see it play out differently. Um, but I think it was fun because in the chat I kept saying I think there was a few other people that agree with me, but in the live chat it was funny because half the people were like, "She's clearly good," and half of the people were kind of debating, "No, I think she's menacing. She's evil." So all this was going on. There was like this nice debate in chat, and we all know how much I love betting and debating. So that was really fun.
Well, it was
Um,
pretty obvious. I think Jeff kind of made a little obvious show of how the lady of the house was deferring to Bao Jai.
mhm.
She looked back and just checked before she did any attack or anything like that. And I think Lily caught on that. I think she looked at that immediately and went, "Oh, she's trying to protect the two people that we are trying to go and protect." So here, I think as you were saying at a different time that they were that she goes, "No, it's my turn, but I'm not going to do any attack right now. I don't want to attack her. Wait until or it was an attack of opportunity or
It
something.
was
It was an
attack of
attack of
opportunity.
opportunity."
But she even gave the lady of the house a dive inspiration. Like she made it very clear her
Yeah, and
intentions.
it was no one was really picking up on I think they started picking up on it, but she really made it clear that on her turn, she was like, "Wait, we need to ask the customer what they want." And that is what I've been harping on for the last few episodes is they have to ask the customer what they want. Otherwise, they're going to get it wrong. They're going to get that order wrong. And so I thought it was brilliant that Lily just she stepped up and she said, "Nope, we got to talk this out. I mean, we've been fighting all day long and we're tired, so yes, of course we're going to defer to this, but we got to talk this business out." So,
The Raven Queen in chat, beautiful name by the way, says, "You think that the aging taught Ugo and Civ a lesson?" Question mark. I don't know. I don't know what lesson you think they learned. I think they both learned different lessons from it. It definitely wasn't to be patient and not go hungo in battle. That's definitely not what it taught them. But yeah, I was overall pleased with how the battle with the Lady of the House went. Especially how very subtly Jeff was just trying to make her help them and didn't make it too obvious at first. I just loved that there was again the theme of this episode was what's going to happen next. Like well, like I didn't know. So it was pretty exciting. And then let's move to when they left. First of all, I thought that the Wicker Man and the Lord of Crows were really cool. Uh, the way Jeff described them, the way they were formed, the Lord of Crows himself on the battle map, the map room looked amazing. Um,
yeah,
I just thought it was really cool.
it
I
was
just had
really
to shout it
stinking
out.
cool. I just absolutely love how it was kind of okay, we understand that the demon is the Lord of Crows, but it didn't really occur to me that he's going to have essentially a wingman. Who's his wingman? Well, it's the stick guy, but where does the stick guy come into play? Maybe it was just like a some sort of golem or something that was tied to the demon. No, that was the third son. I was so surprised whenever they defeated the twig guy. All of a sudden you see the aspiration of the third son. He comes up.
I actually wasn't surprised that that was the third kid, but I definitely thought it was cool. I was just surprised that the doll itself was just like mad and just turned into what it did. That's what I thought was super cool. I also loved, again, Jeff very subtly. I loved how they were so certain, the whole party, when Fahima casted her flaming spear, and they were just like, okay, now he's fire resistant. Now he has a fire attack.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
hilarious to me. I was
So
laughing.
you have this thing made of wood that's fire resistant. Then you have this thing that's a demon that's supposed to be theoretically fire resistant and it's not.
Yeah, like it actually helped them more than ever. People are saying that the stream is a little choppy. Are you getting that?
Yeah, I'm getting a choppy stream as well. Sorry, folks.
Sorry, we'll try to fix it in a minute. If it doesn't get better, let me know. No issue so far. So it's some people aren't having issues, some people are. I loved that. And then I with the fire as well. I loved how Ugo and the tree tried to have a grappling match with each other.
I'm gonna hug you right back. That's all. I'm just gonna hug you right back. I love you so much. Ugh.
I thought that was absolutely hilarious. There were a lot of things that I thought were legitimately funny. I actually, by the way, coming up to the whole battling in general, Jeff planned a very nice, cohesive battle, and Sid takes Chomel and just takes off running. I personally loved it. I know it was unfortunate with the map room, and I know it was unfortunate with what Jeff had planned. And Jeff, his face is similar to Morgan's when he gets stressed. Like you can see it. He tries to cover it, but he's like, "This is what they're doing," and it's just so funny. And like oh, I feel bad for you. But I loved the move that Civ did. I
It,
loved that he was just not messing around, and he's like, "We're getting the
yeah.
kid out of here."
Yeah, I
Um,
mean that was the goal, was to keep the kid safe, because obviously there was something going on with the kid, and he knew that the kid could swim. That was the fun thing, was okay, we're just gonna go hit the water, and the kid's just like, I don't even know if I can breathe underwater. Give it a shot. Go breathe. And he's just like, okay. And so I think that was a really smart move on his. I know he was trying to find a place to hide, because he was talking about those trees, seeing if he could find like a hollow tree to hide in,
he
which that
just
would have been a smart move too. But at the same time, I mean, the party, your magicians are out of spell slots. Your your tank is essentially he was doing pretty good on health, but going up against something that is still on fire right now, that's a kind of a hard thing for him to deal with. So it just, he was smart in that. He's like, we got to get out of here. We just got to go. That's it. We can't fight this with as tired as we are.
thing is, for me, I don't even think that he was trying to avoid fighting it. I think for him, it was more so he really just wanted to get Chomel out of the firing ring. I really, when he said, I plan on coming back, I believed him. I thought, theoretically, I don't know if he planned on everyone following him. I think he was just planning on using his racial ability to take off and come back. Either way, I loved how it turned out. I love how the demon followed him. I love how Ugo grappled the Wicker Man and pulled him forward. I loved how you could definitely see a different side of the party from the Lady of the House battle when they weren't all on the same page to this one where they're like, oh, that's the plan, got it. And it was very, like, I think Jessica JLP pointed it out too, just like, it's so fun how cohesive we're working together. Like
Yeah.
it was nice to see because we haven't seen that in a while.
Right. And even Lily and James were even talking about it whenever they're like, hey, we're actually fighting really well together. This is odd. Okay, let's just keep going.
Yeah, and the fact that the fact that the I loved how again, it's unfortunate and I'm sorry, but I love how like the party was trying to brainstorm. They're like, maybe if you just made you copied and pasted the map. I don't remember who said that, but it made me laugh. I thought Jeff
We're
handled
posting
it very
some numbers up there.
yeah. I don't remember who pointed it out. But someone was saying that they really wanted to point out the fact that Jeff really handled the situation really well, and I 100% agree. I think Jeff is pretty good on the sly, and I think he made it work. And honestly, I thought it was an overall very fun battle. I was pretty content with it. I loved the part where like everyone started taking on, and it got to Whitebeard's turn, who usually goes last these days, and he's just like, they're going for the bow, and he's just like, oh, it's just like saying song,
Beard bouncing in the wind.
yeah, he's just like literally had me rolling. It was really funny, and then it was fun. It was fun to see the demon, instead of continue to attack them, what have you. As soon as Chomel went in the water, he just takes off. Like,
Right. And I
we
think it was
don't know where
also
he is.
I think it was also pretty cool that Jeff said, no, he's pretty he's very focused. He has one thing in mind, but he did end up rolling a dice, and I think he was just rolling a dice that might have possibly been like, all right, here's a choice to make for the demon. If it rolls this much, the demon does this. If it rolls this much, the demon will do this. And he goes, nope, the demon is on a one-track mind. He is going after that kid.
And yeah, he was like, he has very specific goals. He has very
Yes.
specific intention, and he stuck with that regardless of what was happening.
And I really appreciate that, because you as a DM, it's difficult when you have this whole grand scheme of all these things that you want to happen, event wise and battle wise, and all these abilities like we had with the fulling and all that stuff. I mean, you really want to make things happen a certain way, but based off of dice rolls, based off of your party's decisions for their characters, I mean, it's anybody's game. So you can have a board that's terribly extended like this one was, or you can have a nice battle that was right there. And I think Jeff even mentioned on the Discord that they might have possibly missed some clues because they didn't totally have the battle there.
They missed a lot of
Some
information.
of the repercussions of that.
Yeah, he was planning on divulging a lot of information, and they were just, and I agree. I don't know who said it in chat. I think it was Lily Double Stuck Down. But someone in chat was like, I love how they were just gonna leave Baojai and Choron. And that was also hilarious, how like they were just kind of back with the lady of the house, like, bring our son back. Hello, bring him back. It was so funny to me. They're just like, we're here. I thought it was funny in a good way. I thought it was just, yeah, see ya. Like, it was just overall a really funny but cool battle. I love chase scenes in general, and I thought that one worked really well. I thought the way it was executed was pretty great. Overall, I enjoyed both battles in this episode. They definitely kept me guessing, which is fun. It's kind of half the fun in a lot of like fighting more of the battle scenes. We did want to talk about Choron, because
yes,
we had a beautiful conversation about it not on the stream.
I know.
But I want to start by saying that I really feel bad for Choron. Since the start of this side, now main mission, he's just been, every time something happens, he's being chased, his family's missing, and he has friendlies stabbing him. He just can't catch a break. And in this episode, I thought the same thing at the part where they separated him from Chomel again after just finding his son. He was just like, I was in my head as soon as I thought, man, I really feel bad for Choron. That's when he said,
since there's a demon still circling out there that no one can seem to find because they have bad perception rolls. I mean, he could get off on that little dinghy and just, he may never see his son again. That demon may come around and just snatch that kid up on our next episode.
Well,
that's heartbreaking.
Well, yeah. And so as I'm feeling bad for him, he's just like, maybe he will go and destroy them all one day. And I was like, oh, well, that just took a turn. And so I'm very curious to see where Choron is emotionally. I do love how a part of me thinks that part of Choron is very much like, how dare these people not think my son is good enough? And the other half of him is like, I just want these people to leave me and my family alone. I just want peace. And I feel like with the party and their struggles, I think he's kind of battling a little bit. I don't think he knows what he wants or where he's at. And I just find it fascinating. And I'm very excited to see what he's going to be doing.
Yeah, I think a lot of what a lot of what parents can do is they can imprint different ideas into their children. And I have a feeling that Choron's just had it with so many different things in his life and for his wife and for his son and all that. I think uh I think that Chomel is going to get a lot of those ideas and a lot of that anger from his father. I feel like that's probably going to develop into possibly what we see in the future. But it's just a shame that they've gone through so much, and so that might possibly be what imprints on the kid. But the kid obviously, like, whenever he was talking about it, he was talking to Fahima about his dream. He was saying, "Well, it's this thing is saying that I'm going to lead someday," and she asks him, well, are the things that you do when you lead, are they good or are they bad? And he goes, well, I don't know, but I hope they're good. So right now, this 5-year-old boy is currently on the side of good. And so unfortunately, he might not be very much longer just because of all the stuff that they have gone through, this family has gone through.
Yeah, and that's the thing I'm wondering. That is why I love this episode. So maybe I might even, as we continue to talk about it, change my rating to a
Yeah,
7.5 malls. But
I
I
might go
love,
up to an 8 on that one.
I'll stick with 7.5. But no, I agree with you. Like the fact that this episode left so many more gems of like curiosity. It's just like this was beautiful. Where is it going from here?
Right. And
So it's
also,
just so exciting.
I really do appreciate that, you know, Fahima really tried to get down on the kids' level to get more information. But another thing that I really enjoyed about this episode was for the first time in a very long time, not only did Lily ask a direct question about what do you need, what do you want, James even stepped up. He asked some very direct questions, and I'm like, thank you so much. You're getting information you need.
Oh yeah, this is your moment.
Oh, this is my moment, folks. He asked, first he asks Chomel, what told you to come here? We've all been wondering this. Why the heck would they go to this island and think that this is the safest place? And we come to find out that it was Chomel who made this order. This 5-year-old boy who's supposedly, you know, in line to a throne. He ordered his mom and Ostrom to take him to this island, this castle. Why? Why did you come here? Well, this thing told me it would be safe. It's been in my dreams. Well, where did you find that? Did you find that here? And the kid says,
Yeah,
yes, I did. And
you got a
so
good point.
then James goes, oh crap, you can see it on his face, like, oh my gosh. And so he looks at the lady of the house and goes, is that from Jaspin? Another direct question. Thank
Yeah,
you so much. And she nods. Like, and then he goes on to say, where's your son, your oldest son? Is he with Jaspin? And it's just all these things. Like, then she goes and she gets inside of Baojai, and she tries to inhabit Baojai, and so that way she can talk and give more information. Thank you so very much. And so she's talking about the old ones. Like, I feel like a lot of problems can be solved with communication if you just ask the right questions. And they're finally doing that. They, for so long, didn't do this, and they were just floundering around. Thank you, thank you, thank you for
I will
asking
say
direct questions.
I 100% agree with you. I do just in general think it's refreshing with people have been so vague and no one,
Yes.
like you said, no one's being like, here's our problem, how do we fix it? Or this is the information we need, how do we address it? So I agree with you, it's
Yeah.
100% refreshing. And I want to point out the chat. One is loving you, but they were like, Ingrid's getting passionate, baby. Welcome to the passionate zone because it's a great place to be. And I love it. And I 100% agree with you. It was so nice to just be like, oh, and more notes. And okay, we're learning
Yes.
information.
Oh my
And
gosh. Well, even James took it a step further and he asked the lady of the house another question as they were trying to leave the house. Hey, we're going to go see this big bad guy, you know, Jaspin, who's the Viscount. Is there anything you would like us to add or ask? And she
I
just goes,
actually, I actually thought that was a pretty
that was
bold
great.
question. I mean, you know what this guy did to your family. And he's like, do you want me to
Yeah.
tell him anything? I was just like, I don't know. That's
Like,
something I would ask them, but okay.
it's kind of like going through a drive-through. You want an extra deal of fries? You know, you want me to go get you something? And she's just like,
Yes.
yeah, go kill this guy for me. And I'm
You,
like,
you, you
yes.
say it so casual. Do you want me to say anything to the man that murdered you and your children and everything you love? I
Uh-huh.
mean, that's just such a. I don't know. I was like, dang, that was such a. For a poor ghost whose soul has been trapped here and she's already been through a lot. Yeah, let's just ask her that. I mean, I love Jeff's response. It's just too emotionally pained to even give an answer. Just. I mean, it
Yeah.
was just. Oh
It makes
no.
way
Poor
too much
woman.
sense because I think that was James's way of trying to make her feel better, to give her reassurance that yes, we are on your side. We are here to help as best as we can. And so what better way than to say, "Hey, you want anything while we're out? You know, you want us to go kill this guy? Cool beans. We'll do it for you."
I was I was just so into the emotion at that point. I was just like, oh dang, okay.
Yep.
But it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And
Absolutely.
wrapping it up, I do think,
Yes.
since you mentioned James and it's so beautiful, that ending when he was
It
just
was
so sincere and so
wonderful.
genuine. He's just like, Chomel, you want to see something cool? I loved that. It was a nice, light-hearted way to end a very, like we just talked about, such an emotional driven scene and everything that's going on. And the way Jeff freaking came together and narrated it with Choron talking about possible destruction over in this boat while this little kid is playing happily with a horse on the set. It was like,
Yes.
oh, Jeff. It
And
was
I think
so good, though.
it was not just a wonderful touch to keep this child entertained and the mom a little bit her worries at bay a little bit, seeing her child that he's enjoying the sight of this horse. I really do think that James has readied this horse, readied his steed,
You did say that.
just in
It's
case
brilliant.
that demon comes back. You get on that steed, all y'all are hot trotting it over to the boat.
Yeah, no, I didn't think about that. I was too into the, oh, this is such a nice moment. But when you said that, I was like, oh, that's kind of smart. I could see
Yeah,
that. It's not bad.
yeah,
James is multi-thinking as usual. It's pretty
yeah. He
good.
is. He's trying to take care of things on all fronts as best as he can. So we'll see.
Drew from IT says it's a serious My Little Pony. I love that. It's a very serious My Little Pony moment for
Yes,
sure.
yes.
So this episode really was beautiful. I think after talking about it, I will up my rating to 7.5 malls. I think it deserves 7.5.
Yeah, I'll
It did
take
a
it to
lot of
8.
justice. Yeah, it did a lot of justice as far as just leaving nuggets and giving us
Yeah.
information, but just enough to keep us insanely needing to know more.
Oh,
So it
yeah.
was beautiful. But now, uh, I'm not excited. Are you excited?
I'm
Uh,
really stinking excited, guys. I might just
we
fangirl here. I don't know. Plug your ears, I might squeal.
we are getting ready to do our Stump the DM segment that everybody has been super excited for. I do first, before we start, I want to give a shout out to Sean Patrick, first of all, for being the ones who helped me fact check some of the questions. I mean, he fact checked most of the questions. I helped, but he did most of it. And just really helping me and being my right hand man as far as gathering these questions, picking the questions, all that. Sean Patrick is pretty amazing in a lot of ways, and I really appreciate his help. I also want to thank the community as a whole for this segment. For those of you who don't know, we had a secret question category on the Discord, and everyone's been pitching in questions and ideas and helping each other fact check, and it's just been a lot of fun. And again, we couldn't do well, we wouldn't do this or any of these segments without the community. So I love you, and y'all are great. As a last reminder, I do want to say, because this Stump the DM segment is to stump Jeff, I think it was important for us to pick questions that had to do with Jeff's world. Um, so just for those of you, because there were so many questions, we wouldn't be able to ask them all anyway. We focused on picking questions that were tailored to Jeff's world, the world Jeff created, his NPCs, his stuff. There were a lot of really cool, awesome trivia questions about how much did these characters roll this and that. But I thought it would be important and cool to stump Jeff on stuff he created and should know, just so you guys have an idea of which questions were picked. Yeah. Other than that, I think we are ready. I actually have no idea if he is here.
Hi.
Hey.
The Mr.
How are you guys
Man
doing?
of the
FailWaffle
legend
and
himself.
Vanderslice. It's so awesome to see you guys.
Hi.
I think we're just as awesome and happy to see you here, Jeff. Honestly, it is an honor that you even give us the time of day. It's exciting.
Oh, stop. I am grateful to both of you for doing this, for taking your time and your energy and your attention and putting it on this thing we're making. I'm so grateful that you've picked up the torch for the Dungeon Rundown. Hopefully that show will be back at some point, but I'm so grateful that you guys are doing this. I love it, watching it every week. I love hearing your theories, your ideas, your impressions, your reactions. And I have to know, because I'm coming in here late, I have to know, how many malls did we get this week?
I gave it a 7.5 out of 10 malls.
I did an
All
8.
right. All right, I'll take it. I'll take that's
Yeah.
solid.
Okay.
That's
But
solid.
you missed our reasoning, so we'll have to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah,
Well,
you'll
I'll
have to
watch
rewatch
later. Yeah.
It was a good episode.
I know it was a very combat heavy episode. There's a lot of fights, but
Well, you basically missed me say that I really appreciated all of the combat. I really enjoyed
good.
it. You know,
good.
I'm a. It's hard for anyone to get a 9 on my scale, Jeff. So a 7.5 is amazing. Really.
hey, I'm working on it. Every week I'm shooting for that 9. I want that 9.
The show's gotten a 9 a few times. It's amazing. This is seriously the best show ever. Seriously, I love it.
I
so
look
much.
forward to every single Wednesday. This is what drives my life a little bit. Just
Well,
it's my main entertainment show right now for sure.
I can't tell you how much that I'm grateful for that. I know the cast is grateful for that, to have this kind of a community and all these people who care so much about the story we're telling. It is the most gratifying thing in the world. So thank you for that.
Thank you,
Thank
so
you
and
for
Jeff,
all the things you do.
everyone is like bombarding the chat with their love and appreciation for you. So quick, just because I didn't say this at the beginning, and there are tons of donations here. Everything that is given to this channel goes straight back into the show. None of it gets taken.
That's really sweet, but you guys should take it seriously. You deserve it. Honestly,
it's too late, Jeff. It's too
it's
late.
very
It's
sweet.
already
It's
been
very sweet,
arranged.
but please, you should get something for your time and energy. Honestly, it's very sweet that you would want to. I'm terrified of the day that we bring back Forces of Good and Evil, because the entire episode will just be sitting there with cards. It's going to be all the entire card episode.
I feel for you, Jeff. The stress that I feel for you is insane. So,
I also haven't looked at the submission spreadsheet in like 3 months, so it's going to be a lot of work. But
you're gonna have a
joyful
novel when
work.
you get back.
Yes, it is. I'm lucky to have it.
Well, since you are so grateful for this community, Jeff, are you ready for this community to stump you at your own work?
I'm very curious, because I kind of feel like I'm pretty confident, but I'm feeling I'm going to be put in my place very fast.
Well, we'll see. So I have the list of questions in front of me. I'm going to just go through it. Ingrid, if you want to chill, you can chill. I have the questions, but we'll see. Well, hopefully, Jeff, since you're so confident.
Wait, why don't we see if Vanderslice can steal if I ever do get stumped?
Oh,
Do you know the answers already?
Oh, I am the
Deal.
wrong person to do that, but let's try.
Too late.
It'll be
You're in
funny.
You're
I
in
should say when I get stumped, not if.
If
Yes,
it's
when
good,
you get
Jeff.
stumped.
If it's good. Okay. Well, hopefully it could be a fire round. We have a few. I have 20 questions for you that we picked
All right.
out today. This is exciting. Question number 1. Ingrid, I hope you win.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket here, please.
Question number 1 was submitted by Snake Master 89.
Okay.
And I thought this was a great question to start off with. In what order did the characters enter the Gentle Oak?
I believe it was Ugo, then Lily, then Fahima James Siv.
Ooh, nicely
Right?
done. Nicely done.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
feeling
right.
good. I'm feeling good. I didn't want to come right out of the gate and fail the first question, so I at least feel good about that.
No, you're gonna do just fine. Question number 2 comes from Kaz Farron. How many members of the flock were seen when the heroes of Bingo met them for the first time?
How many were seen?
Mm-hmm. That's the question.
So this would be in the camp in Cornelia's camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe there were 5.
Ooh, we have
Is it wrong?
6.
6? Well.
Oh, I was gonna answer.
I'm so sorry. Were you gonna guess 6?
I was
You're
actually gonna
honest.
say 6. Oh.
Okay, I'll give you a point. I'm sorry.
It ultimately didn't matter because all of them left.
Yeah.
It's true. There was
But it's
0
a
at
good
the
question.
end of the day.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 1. That's exciting. Question number 3 comes from Aegis 13. Well, what is the name of the tomb of the founder of Bingle?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What is the name of the what?
What is the name on the tomb of the founder of Bingle?
The name on the tomb of the founder of Bingle. Oh. I can't believe I don't know this.
I for sure don't know this. Names
Oh,
are
that's
not my thing.
a great question. It is.
Ooh, I wonder if Aegis 13 is. Oh, he is here.
Oh, that's
Do you
a
want to take a
great
guess?
question. I want to remember it because I was very proud of this. I remember being proud of the name because I thought it was a clever name. I am stumped. Do you know Vanderslice?
No, I don't.
That's a very good. That's a very good question.
This is a terrible question for you to get wrong, though, because everybody knows I can't pronounce anything.
Oh.
Calothea?
Oh yes, yeah, that's why it's a clever name. I remember thinking it was a clever name because it's the name of a flower, just like Lily is the name of a flower.
Oh.
Yeah, Calathea. Yeah,
Calathea.
Oh,
Yeah.
see? Didn't get that right.
Yeah. I remember thinking, wow, I really was clever, but not clever enough to remember it. Evidently, that's a great question. Wow, these are going to be
That
hard.
was a good one. Yeah.
Good job, Aegis 13. Good job. Well, I'm going to keep going up and down, Jeff. You're going to be easy ones and hard ones.
Okay, good.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna keep you on your
Calathea.
feet.
Google Calathea because it's a tropical flower that lives in like Hawaii and tropical environments. So I was like, I thought I was being I just outsmarted myself on the thing. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, that's also cool, too, because it's like you said Hawaii, and it's like a nice vacation island, too.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Next question comes from... comes from everyone. There were so many people who submitted the same question. So this is literally from everyone.
Okay.
Name all 8 of Margaret Dumblestuck's children.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. I don't think Katie can do this one.
No, she said that she can now. She made a point to do it because of the card. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Lily, Kelmop, Rosa, Tiff, Jelly, Prim, Goldie. Who am I forgetting?
I know those. I know the last one.
Let him finish.
I know.
Who am I forgetting?
Do you want to say them again, Jeff?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Prim, Jelly, Kelmop, Tiff, Goldie, Rosa, Lily.
Ooh,
Who is
I
it?
got the same one. The chat's
I'm
got
going to
it.
come up one short. Oh, wait.
Hate to do
Man,
it.
it's
10
one
second
short.
timer, Jeff.
Yeah,
10
go
second
ahead.
timer.
Steal it, Vanderslice. Steal it.
Carrot.
Carrot. Yes, carrot.
That's like
Carrot.
one of the 3 that I remember.
That's great. Yeah. Oh, I'm not doing so great.
You're doing fine.
No, you're doing
That
good.
was hard
You're
though.
doing good.
That was like 6 questions. That was like 8 questions, and I got 7 of them right.
You're doing fine, Jeff. You're doing fine. Next one is again by the goddess of trivia. Well, Snake Master 89 says, Granny Dumblestuck had 2 different prosthetic legs. What
Mhm.
materials were they made from?
A spear
Ooh.
and a table leg.
Okay, so you harpoon, spear,
Yeah.
same
Yep.
thing. Yeah,
Harpoon,
yeah,
yeah.
the same thing. Yay! See,
All
you're
right.
doing
All right.
fantastic.
Back on track.
You're back on track. You got this. You got this. This one comes from Mustic Addict. How many players were hit by the random darts flying around the Krusty Station bar brawl?
I think only one. Wasn't it just Fahima?
Yes. See, you got
Yeah.
this.
All right.
Here's another one from Forest Elf. What was the name of the human who was left on the city of Scrap?
His name is
Ooh.
it begins with an H.
You got it, Jeff. You got
I can do his voice.
Is that bonus points for him?
it. Don't you use the voice to remember the name?
That's usually the other way around.
Oh.
I bet it goes both ways.
Oh, he has a wife too that we never even found out about. I don't think.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Or begins with an H.
Yes, it does.
Man, this is embarrassing.
Don't.
Don't be embarrassed.
No, I should know this stuff. I go for it, Vanderslice. Can you steal?
Herman?
Ooh,
No.
it's Huel.
Huel. Yes.
Oh,
That's
There you
well,
go.
this
It's
is
a good question.
amazing.
Huel.
good question.
Good job, Forrest.
The names are those are killer.
Some people in voice are saying voice is a win. So I think we're gonna give it a tribute to the voice.
Huel. I'm Huel. That's why we talked like these.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Point for Jeff. Point for Jeff. Someone said, "Embarrassing, dude. You invented a universe. Can't really get embarrassed about that." This next one is from me.
Okay.
What are the names of the 2 street urchins that Sid talks to in Shantytown?
Oh, I'm not gonna get this one.
I would
The
love
There's
The
to
two
no way,
kids. The 2 kids.
Mhm.
You know why I'm not gonna get this one? Because I made them up on the spot.
And I could tell you did, which is why I
Ah.
picked it as a question, because I'm that person.
I think they're probably both really lame names because I just pulled them out of my hiney at the moment.
I actually thought they were really cool names.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna get that
One
one either.
starts
You're
with a
stumping me.
C, one starts with an S.
I don't remember. He was like, "Can I talk to some kids?" And I was like, "Sure, here's some kids." And then I don't remember. What were their names?
Yeah. what were they?
Cliva. Oh, do you know?
No, I
Okay.
don't.
Cliva and Seely.
Really?
Those are some
Yeah.
interesting
Wow.
names.
I really liked them.
All right.
Liked them. I'm very proud that I personally stumped you.
That's Cliver, right? I remember Cliver. Yeah, Cliver. I'm Cliver. Yeah, I remember
There
him.
you go with the accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't pronounce anything, Jeff. So please.
No, it's
excuse
good.
all of my
I remember Cliver.
mispronunciation.
Yeah.
He was cute. This one is from I am Robin Nicole.
hmm
This is a fun one. What was the first force card put into play on the dungeon run?
I think it was a really pathetic, lame one. It was like either you stubbed your toe or was it you stubbed your toe? Yeah, it was like really. We had this whole new thing. We're gonna do cards now, and then the first card that comes out is just really like, oh, no one's gonna buy these. These are no one's gonna think they're interesting. You stubbed your toe because we had the first time we put the cards into play. Obviously, no one submitted them. We wrote them. I wrote many of them. The production team, like we all kind of put our heads together and we're like, well, let's come up with some cards. And so we had some really interesting ones. And then we were like, well, we should have some that are just sort of contrast to the interesting ones. And the first one that comes up, of course, is you stubbed your toe. And I was like, oh no, these are going to seem so boring.
You say that, but look how far.
Yes,
now you
no,
don't
you're
want
right.
them.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Just the community in general, just writing all these different ones. Some of them are pretty stinking unique.
Oh,
and
it's
then
incredible.
some are just
Yeah.
scary. I really these Force of Evil ones scare me sometimes.
I love that I would never have come up with 99% of the cards that we use now. I
Oh
would
my
never have been,
gosh.
I could never be that clever. It's great. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the way that we all kind of have one whole collective universe imagination right now is very beautiful. And it's what makes
Yes.
the show special. It really is.
I agree.
But let's see how well you keep doing on your names, Jeff.
Yes. Not doing so hot.
This one's from.
Really should have watched some more of our episodes before this.
You should have studied.
I should have studied.
All my contestants. No, I'm just kidding. This one's from Maida Mouse. I pronounced correct. Who was the first player to roll a save or check on the dungeon room?
First player to roll a save or a check. I want to say James Morgan.
Ooh.
Is that right?
No.
No.
It was Fahima, but you get extra points if you can say what it was for.
Oh, I think I know.
Fahima's first check or save. I would guess perception.
No, like what it. Either way, you're wrong. It was she did a con chase.
Oh, for
touching
drinking the
beer.
Yes.
And I didn't let you answer that, but I assume you weren't. Did you get that, Ingrid?
I know. I was gonna say perception for looking for yellow.
Right. No, she did con save for the drink. That makes sense.
But I thought that was James, so I was like, I'm probably wrong.
The next one is from Matthias Vandor. I did say that right. What is the name of the proprietor of Orcish Things?
Iggly.
Yay! No hesitation.
One of my favorite characters. I loved her.
Really?
I loved her.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope we get to see her more then. She was a really neat character.
You're confused. You know, I loved her. She's great. That whole "May your enemies die at your feet" thing was kind of like off the cuff too, and it turned into really such a beautiful.
It did.
Yeah, I loved it.
That was an off the cuff thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh. Insight. The next one again comes from ages 13. What was the name given to the Pegasus that Fahima and James rode up on to the Lodestar?
Oh, Fahima and James. I know Sky Thighs was Uggos. But what was the one that James and Fahima went up on? It was like another goofy name. It was like a food thing, right? It was like a food.
No, we have an Achirai named Pancake.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know. I didn't name that one that either. What was it?
Pigeon.
Oh, Vanderslice. Can you?
I don't know.
No,
I
you
don't know.
Pigeon.
Pigeon. Yeah, that. Yep.
You're on a roll. You're on a roll.
On a downhill roll.
Next one is from Gordon Plate. More on the recent episode. What do the locals of Boster call Ocean Gulls Point?
Ocean Skull Point.
Whoa! Ding, ding, ding.
And we may find out why this week. I don't know. We'll see what the players decide to do.
Really?
We may find out. I don't know if they seem like they want to go visit the Viscount again.
I hope so.
Maybe kill the Viscount for the lady of the house because she just yeah.
We'll find out. I don't know what they're gonna do. This is one of those weeks where I literally have no idea what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Do you think you're prepared?
I'm never prepared. Never prepared as much as I'd like to be.
It'll be an exciting one.
I agree with that. I think it's gonna be fun.
You have no idea. The excitement is unreal. So one of my favorite type of trivia questions is quotes. That's how I roll. So which one of your NPCs whispered under their breath, "Death is not the end"?
Death is not the end.
Which one whispered under their breath, "Death is not the end"?
Is that Chalmers?
Ooh, no. Ingrid.
No? Huh?
I could do the voice, I would, but
I'm
ooh,
gonna
chat got
say
it right.
I'm gonna say Vorgan.
Bargain?
Or Vargan, yeah.
No, it is Sharn.
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 At
Yes.
the
Oh,
at Whitebeard's
yeah.
funeral.
That's a great pull. That's a great pull. Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. Ooh. This one also comes from Matthias Vandor. How many bunnies did Civ throw out of Griselda's tent?
How many bunnies?
Yes.
Wasn't it 99? Is it wasn't like 100?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I should have waited until you changed your mind. That was 99 because one was hiding in the
99
back.
bunnies in the
Right.
tent. 99 bunnies in the tent.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Pretty much.
See, you're doing great. This is the second to last question, Jeff.
All right.
Comes from, he's just really good at picking freaking questions. Ages 13.
Yeah. Let me just say, ages 13, nailed the whole Yanmo thing
Yes.
weeks before it was revealed. And I think he's the only one, even the cast, I don't think anybody in the cast put it together. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. And he nailed it. 2 + 2 = 4. Just
Had a
laid it
whole,
all
like,
out.
essay out.
It was
Wow.
pretty impressive. I was very, very impressed with ages 13. So I will always tip my hat to that. That's impressive.
Yeah, he's really great. He did trivia too. He's pretty good. So his question to you is, what 4 locations were in Lily's song about her time in the Knick-Knack of Doom?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's a good one.
The 4 locations that were in her song. One is, I might have to look at the map. I have the map framed in my room.
I'm jealous. I want one of those. Come on. Where do you get one?
Is that cheating? I don't know. I mean, it just has it's just the map. One was definitely the we haven't been there yet. It's a weird place, and it's on the left hand side of the map.
You can look at the map, Jen. Look at the map.
All right, 1 second.
I love him so much.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I should use this time to count how many times we stumped him.
All right, I know one was Picker.
Okay.
I know that.
Picker.
And I think one, and there were a couple of that we have been to, right? I think she said, didn't she say, I don't want to say Thorn, but I don't think that's right. Either Thorn or Olsvach. I think Olsvach.
I'll give you a hint. One of those is correct.
I'm gonna go with the Olsvach.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Two down.
Yes. You got this.
I believe in you, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't. I'll say Turles as one. No.
Try again.
Aww.
I'll give you a hint. We still haven't been to, out of the 2 you haven't named, we still haven't been to one of the places, and we have been to one of the places. It's just not Turles.
Yeah.
Oof.
Dalto Thum? Was Dalto Thum one of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. 3. And then the 4th.
Ukdun.
Ukdun.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, Ukdun. That's good. Yeah, I think so how many did I miss? 2?
Mm-hmm.
You
get 0.5.
0.5. Well, I'll take it.
It was the ankle.
Oh, right.
Picker, Ukdun, and that one place.
Yeah, the ankle is really more of a name of an area, but it's fine. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Oh. You still got 0.5. That is half right.
I'll take 0.5. You know what? You guys, I have been stumped. I have been seriously stumped. This has been impressive.
You haven't been to the last most important question of the whole trivia, though.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Have we arrived? Yeah.
You have arrived. The most important question of this whole trivia is, who is FailWaffle's favorite NPC? Is it A, Ertbert, B, Dondo,
Mm.
C, Whitebeard, or D, trick question. All your NPCs are typed first.
Well, FailWaffle, I guess if I had to pick, I'd say there's only one that it could be, and that, of course, is the one and only me. Which of your favorites do you think it should be? Step into the zone of truth and find out.
A plus. You just got a plus 20, and you aced this test, Jeff.
Hey, it always helps to just bribe the teacher. That's the lesson we can all learn here.
It worked. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting you to do that, and that was beautiful.
That was wonderful.
That was. Thank you, Jeff. Are you curious how many you got wrong?
Yeah, I did I even get above 50%? That's the question.
I have to recount because
I
okay.
fear I am below 50% on my average. I feel I am a failing grade.
2, 6. You didn't do as bad as you think you did.
Oh, that's good.
What is 20 minus 20? I mean, 6 minus 20. What is
I only got 6 wrong? Really?
Yeah, you didn't get that many
14
wrong.
right? Wow, that's pretty good. I think
That's
you were.
what- You didn't do
I
as
think
bad.
you're being kind on some of those, but I appreciate it.
0.5, 6.5 wrong. I didn't count the 0.5.
Oh, I'll take it. 13.5.
13.5.
That's not too shabby.
Yeah, you didn't do as bad as you think you did.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but honestly, like I said, the last question was the most important, and you got +5 in extra credit. So
You know what? I'll take it. I will take it.
I have to say, Jeff, thank you so much. And maybe there is a Stump the DM part 2 to try to get
Yeah,
a
absolutely. We
perfect
can make this a
score.
recurring segment. Absolutely. I would love it.
Awesome.
You guys have heard it here.
Yeah.
Before you go though, Jeff, is there any other clues, hints, or insight you want to give us on nuggets on anything?
What would
we've
you
already
like to
mentioned?
know? Ask me. I'm here. Ask me questions. I'm wearing my Dungeon Run shirt.
I didn't prepare for this. I didn't know.
Well, I know you probably can't answer it now, but since I have your attention on a stream, I don't know if you remember your amazing AMA that you did back in October of last year.
Oh yes, when I was half blind. I remember it well.
Yeah. So then, as Whitebeard's #1 fan, I asked you because I tuned in on the fact that there was way more to the story we didn't see. I know you probably can't answer now, but I just want to know, at one point in time, are you going to tell us the story between Morbus and Whitebeard? Am I going to know? That's what I need to know.
That's interesting. I don't know. We maybe.
I don't even just mean in the story, Jess.
You mean just you and me having a coffee?
I need to know. Yeah.
Well, okay. I will at some point. All will be revealed at some point.
That's about the best answer we're gonna get.
The most
any question we ever ask you.
I'll ask then. You mentioned that there was a wife of Huel's that we didn't get to see. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I think he talked about it a little bit. That she died, and he decided just to stay with the salvage manders because he didn't really have anywhere else to go or anybody else to be with. He was, lost his wife to this horrible undersea evil.
Well, I remember you told us a while ago that we were actually supposed to meet Huel under the sea.
We were supposed to meet the salvage manders under the sea. The original concept for the salvage manders was they were the sort of enslaved servants to Yan Mo. But then the way things all worked out, it made more sense to have it be Lily's family that was down there. But I kind of fell in love with the concept of the salvage manders. So I kind of figured out a way to have them involved anyway and be the people that sort of rescued the team.
And arguably one of the most memorable episodes, arguably easy.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm curious, when did you make that decision to switch from the Salvage Manders to Lily's family?
It was not easy. It was a hard decision, but I sort of felt like it was a little too dark to kill off Lily's mom and sisters. And so if they're not dead, then they've got to be alive down there, right? So then I thought, well, actually that makes it better because now we're having to rescue someone down there. We're not just rescuing the warden. We've got other stakes, and it might be fun to have a push and pull of, you know, having to worry about Lily's family. And also it allowed them to be able to give them more information about what was going on down there. And I was kind of thinking that the Salvage Manders were going to give them information down there, but it just felt so much cleaner and better to have Lily's family give that information. And then that opened up the Salvage Manders to be something a little more mysterious. And ultimately, I think it worked out much better. So
I have to agree with you. I mean, I think like your world is beautiful, Jeff. I also don't mean to hog because that's what I do. Ingrid, do you want to ask anything?
Okay, there's so many questions I could be asking. But I think the most pressing one right now is, what is the deal with the lighthouse? I don't understand why he needed to have that lit.
Well, you can't answer that now.
I know, but I want to know that. Okay, how about this? The third sister Sea Hag. Will we ever see her? I want to know so bad.
Well,
I like her too. I know.
Sure.
So many
I
questions
think
I
that's probably a good bet. I think that the second sister Sea Hag told the team that they would meet her. So I think she sees the future. So I think that seems like a pretty good, safe bet that that's going to happen at some point.
Okay.
I love
Can
your
you tell
hat,
me
by the
like
way.
what kind of Sea Hag she might be?
No, Ingrid.
No, I know.
We'll have to wait and see.
Trying.
But again, all this stuff, a lot of this stuff depends on the player's choices. You know, this is a game where choice can change a lot of things. So I'm
choice
not
and roles for sure.
Yeah, yeah, that's true too, for sure.
This is an interesting quick question from the chat. Have you ever thought that you gave them a fight that was too hard?
Well, clearly not, because everybody says I'm always too easy on them.
I disagree, by the way, but you know,
I disagree too. Yeah.
But you never thought that.
There's been moments where I went, uh-oh, or was this an unfair thing to do? But I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I thought they're not going to figure out a way out of this. And a lot of the things where I went in thinking this is going to be a really hard one, they've just outsmarted it completely. I mean, I thought last week was going to be a hard one. I thought fighting the Lord of Crows was going to be a difficult fight. But they just ran. So they're smart. You know, they are very smart players.
It was pretty great. I know, Jeff, I know you let that sit with you, and I think I've proven to you that I am not biased in my opinions. But I really want you to know that overall the community really like commends you, and you do such a good job at balancing. You have the force cards, you have the advantages, you have a very smart cast, you have so much going against you, and all these things that you have to balance. You need to give yourself a little bit of a break here. You do so amazingly. Yes. Even now, it seems so balanced in what you do, given all the things you're juggling every freaking week.
Well, that's very kind of you to say, and I appreciate it. I do, and I hear it. And I'm sometimes a bit overwhelmed by how nice people can be about it. But I will tell you this: you two. And everyone watching right now, and this community, and all the folks in Discord, and everyone who comments on YouTube, and everybody that shows up on Wednesday nights and buys things for us or talks in the chat, all the people who care about this world and these characters and think about it and make connections and invest in the world and the story that we're telling. I owe them. I am grateful beyond words to that. And I will never be able to put in enough effort to equal what everybody else cumulatively is putting in. So I feel that it's nice of you to say there's a lot of things I'm dealing with and all those things. It's very kind. And I don't discount it. But it is a pleasure and it is a privilege to be able to be making something that I'm this proud of and that other people find to be as interesting and compelling and fun and emotional and all those things as I do. I have always, my entire career, I've always wanted to be in that kind of a situation, and it is something that I find very precious. So I'm not going to complain a second about any of it.
Gosh dang you,
Oh.
Jeff. Well, I want you to know that we, not as well put, really do feel the same way. I really do think that it's a give and take. I think if the live stream and the book and the fan appreciation video and all that stuff showed you that you really do impact, and the amount that it brings to you, it brings just as much to the community as well. It's a beautiful two-way street.
Well, thank
Yes.
you. I'm like I said, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for you both doing this every week, and I'm grateful for everybody that contributes and makes it happen, and all the folks that are talking and making our Discord their home. You know, it is such a joy. I don't post as much as I read, but I read a lot. I'm lurking in that constantly, and I just love everybody's warmth and enthusiasm and care, and the way you all treat each other is an inspiration, and the way you think about this world and this game, and you know, it's a dream come true. So I'm a happy person. I want to keep doing this as long as we can, and so hopefully lots more people discover us, and the show gets bigger and bigger, and we get to keep going for a long time.
So on that note, just to reiterate, you're down for a Stump the DM part 2?
Heck yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Awesome.
And you can try to beat your score of, I don't remember what it is, whatever 20 minus 6.5 is, 13.5.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's I know I can do better. See, you know what? That's good. I have room to grow now.
Yeah, maybe you'll study. I don't know. Well, no, just kidding, Jeff. I'm just really sassy. I'm just really sassy. No, I look forward to it. You guys have heard it here. He already agreed to do another one. Thank you, Jeff, for doing the voices and officially making me overwhelmed for the first time. That was amazing. I'm very, it sucks, but we do have to kick you out because we do have an interview with the Watcher segment.
Oh, please. I can't wait to watch. And
but I do say that knowing you're coming back.
Yes, absolutely. And I appreciate you guys and this whole community, as I said, and thanks for inviting me on. And I can't wait to watch the first half of the show when it hits YouTube. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. We love you.
Thank you.
Bye. I guess I have to. Do I have to leave?
No.
That's what I have to leave. Guys, the myth, the man, and the legend himself, so Jeff Cannata, everybody. And we stumped him. We did successfully stump him.
Very good job, guys. Excellent job. And Jeff, you were gorgeous as ever every single day.
Yes. And I think we're gonna switch our segments a little bit. I have a contest announcement that I want to announce, but I really do want to take in time and time zone differences, because our guest from the blast from the past segment is from Argentina, and I want to make sure that we have plenty of time to talk to her before it gets too late.
Right, it's 11 o'clock over there, so we should probably get her on a little bit early. So
yes, so we'll do that first. So hopefully, I should tell her to get on the stream. That might be smart, because she's in the past. I don't know if Dyson Capes did it. I got too distracted there. So yeah, she'll be coming on in a second. So I will actually go on a little bit. I'm hoping Dyson Case gave her the link. So Joey, when she is on, just kind of put her in and we'll just go from there. But in the meantime, I do want to let everybody know that we do, where in Argentina, I don't know. I don't remember. You can ask her when she gets on here. Did someone just say they need a cold shower? FailWaffle just going on and on. That never happens. That's rude and insensitive, Sean. Anyway, yeah. So we do have a contest. I guess I will do that first, unless she's on. We'll see. You can hear me, right, Ingrid?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Cool. Let's just do our contest segment then
Okay,
first.
let's go ahead.
So I have been dying for months to do this contest and release this idea and get some feedback and creativity going within the community again.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a sponsor advertisement promote the land of Ein contest, which is basically how you see our very real, obviously real sponsors and our commercials and our advertisements. I wanted to kind of bring it to you guys and bring it into the community to create your own ideas and sponsors and advertisements to see what you guys can come up with for the land of Ein. It could be a commercial for something, an ad for something. It doesn't necessarily need to be promoting an item. You could be talking, I know I did in the past, the reopening of a wink and a smile, whatever you guys want. I want to kind of take the creativity to you guys to submit different sponsors and ads that promote the land of Ein. And just to give you guys a sample, we actually have a sample commercial that was submitted today. You'll know who in a couple of seconds. But guys, do you want to play our...
Hey kids, tired of playing with the same old pirate toys?
Yeah.
Want to know what it's like to be the meanest, toughest, greatest pirate this side of Ein?
Yeah.
Introducing Whitebeard's Vault by Galoob. That's right, kids, you too can feel the thrill of a pirate's life as you imagine yourself ravaging the lost sea of Ein. Keep your deckhands in line.
Yo, step up ye, mateys, for the daily whipping.
Test your crew's strength and nerves in the fight pits of Boster.
When I say fight to the death, I mean fight to the death.
You'll have hours of fun as you navigate the treacherous deep reef or brave the spooky waters near the Castle Rum.
Yow, goes down smooth.
Or just relax on the island of Bingle, as only the most famous pirate can.
Can I ride the crab like yours, can I? No! Heel, Whitebeard.
You'll be drowning in plunder with Whitebeard's Vault. Whitebeard's Vault comes with everything you see here. Whitebeard's Barrel, the Tardy Plunder, Carl of the Crab sold separately. Kids, ask your parents for permission before drinking liquor of the dead. Permanent madness may result.
A pirate's life for me!
Oh my gosh, it's just so totally cute. Oh, I'm gonna die of cuteness. Oh.
It's very beautiful. I do want to say, obviously, that video was submitted by Gorbin Played, who is one of my right-hand clones behind the scenes, who helps me a lot and helps us out in the watch party so much. Thank you again, Gorbin Played, you're magic. I do want to take this time to say, though, when it comes to this contest, I cannot stress enough how I do not want to limit anyone's creativity. Everyone is so creative in their own ways. For this contest, it does not have to be a submitted video. It could be in the form of a script. It could be in the form of a drawing, poster board, poem, song. There's no
anything.
Yes, there is no right or wrong answer. It's just whatever feels right and however you want to be creative.
Ooh, fashion show, anything. Really.
Yes.
Just, you could even take a simple idea of, okay, like last week I talked about the birds. I just talked about all the different birds that are available on Ein, except for the ones that Saugus was talking about. But hey, we'll just move on from that. So, but you can take a small idea and expand on that and create a commercial. Make it cheesy, make it fun, or you can make it serious if you want. But I think if you want to win FailWaffle's vote, you got to make it cheesy.
It does not have to be cheesy. I'm just the definition of cheese, so everything I do is cheesy. That's my form of creativity. Whatever is your form, there's no right or wrong answer. And Morgan, Yeah, I would love to see your commercial. So feel free to enter.
Yes.
That would be
Free to
beautiful.
anyone. Bring it on, guys.
But yeah, there's just no right or wrong answer. I love the creativity of this community so much. And there were a few people who messaged me saying, "Here's a great advertisement for you to use if you want to." And I was like, "Just wait, you can use it yourself. It's awesome." There is actual prizes to this contest, hence the word contest, which I will put all of the rules, all the information, all of the prizes, all that information will go on Discord at a later date, or as soon as I feel like putting it together. It's just been busy. But there are actual prizes. There will be 3 winners and maybe some sprinkle down prizes for others. Also, there a few artists have agreed to do some art for the winners. I mean, literally, guys, this
Ooh.
is big. There's some stuff into this. I'll
I'm
have to
super
get those
jealous.
pieces
I
for you.
want a piece of art. I want a map. I want some art.
A lot of things.
I'm going to
What?
get a t-shirt. It's in the mail.
It's getting here. It's getting here.
It's the Life
So
is
yeah,
Pain t-shirt. It's taking a while. My life is pain right now.
if you are interested in entering and submitting and that, I'm didn't have time because it's been a very stressful 48 hours for me, but I will be creating a watch party email. Also, direct message me. I swear I only bite sometimes. I will be leading it, so any questions, comments, concerns, message me directly or the email I'm going to make shortly. Yeah, just let me know and where you want to enter. There is no current deadline due to everything that's going on in the world right now, but to be announced, or there will be a deadline. I just wanted to extend it a little more than I originally planned. So that's that. Further details will come at a later date. Dice is our beautiful blast from the past guest here yet. Yay!
Hi.
Hi, Cam. How are you?
Less nervous than I expected, but
Good.
great.
I was hoping to beat the nerve right out of you.
Good.
I'm glad you made it. I got so wrapped up in everything I didn't message you, and I was like, that was my job. I had one job.
I was waiting there, and I tried to click the link as soon as I could.
Well, I'm glad you could make it. I'm glad you're here. I know it's a little later than we planned, but it's all good. We're rolling with it, right? We're rolling.
It's okay.
So why don't you start by telling us how you got into the show? How did you find us? And when you started watching?
I started watching on March. A friend recommended the Dungeon Run to me, and they had only seen the first episode, and it took me more than 2 months to get to episode 5. And once I got there, I got really obsessed, and a month later I'm on episode 19.
Nice.
Yeah, you're definitely breezing right through it.
Yeah.
I love when you and I were talking, we were laughing because you basically just told your friend bye. Just like,
Yeah, she's still on episode 5,
Oh wow.
way ahead.
so why don't no,
oh
go.
yeah, go ahead.
No, go.
Oh, okay. What character do you relate to most? Since you've breezed through it so fast, what character do you like the most?
I so I had to think a lot about it, and when I was overthinking, I realized that probably James, because I also overthink a lot, and I relate the most to him. But also perhaps Steve, in the fact that I also like to write poetry to cute, short, and optimistic girls.
Aw.
I love it. I love
Good
it.
combo. Good combo.
Also, just to let everybody know, because just I know, but no one else does. She's currently on episode 19. Right in the middle of the I don't know what's the battle called. What is it called?
The
Under the
battle,
water
or
battle.
the debrief battle.
There you go.
Battle
Debrief
debrief.
battle. So she's on episode 19. So that's where all of her knowledge and information is being pulled up in hot water. Thank you, Aegis. Did I not mention I'm still Jeff, man. But yes, in hot water. That's so everything up until that point is what she knows and what she's pulling all of her thoughts and opinions on, for the record. That's lovely though. I love how you basically chose one you relate to and then one that you really like, you know, the both worlds. Okay. So because you're a newer watcher who's catching up pretty fast, I was curious what your experience of the Discord has been. What did you first think when you joined the Discord? What's your favorite channel to hang out on that you can?
When I first joined, I did not expect it to be so, like, everyone to be so close to each other. Like, I first joined and a few people sent me messages greeting me, and it took me by surprise. So I did not answer any of them because
No.
I don't know. I did not expect it. Even I think even Morgan sent a message saying that I was the first watcher from Argentina, and I did not answer his message.
Oh.
Sorry, Morgan.
Oh.
Well, he's watching right now. Is there
Yeah,
anything you want to
yes.
say to Morgan right
Yeah,
now?
sorry, I did not expect it, and then it was like too late to answer. So
Well, yeah. In case you, as you said, we are a very close, happy-go-lucky community. I know
Yes.
even when I reached out to you, I was just like, oh, hi.
Well, even today we had a new person pop on the Discord and everybody greeted them and was like, "Hey, welcome." And the person was just like, "Hi. Hello. Okay. Everyone's talking to me. Hi." So they weren't sure about it. But this is a really close-knit community and I think it's absolutely fabulous.
Cool.
So please feel free to talk and hang out and chat with us and everything.
I've told her, don't be shy.
Don't be
she's
shy.
warming up. She's here, so she's doing amazing.
Yes, it's awesome. You're online with us. You're going far beyond other people.
What'd you say, Cam?
it took me a lot of effort to break off my shell to be here, but I'm glad
I
I did.
know. And I'm really glad you did too. Really, I mean that sincerely. So that's amazing. I do want to let everybody know that on top of being breaking out of her shell and being our first fan from the community in the Discord from Argentina, she's also, of course, one of our artists. So yes.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I know you can't see it, but we have your Fahima drawing on the screen right now.
Oh.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about what your inspiration for the Fahima and Lily drawing came from?
I really like drawing fan art from everything I'm obsessed at the moment, and honestly, Fahima was the easiest one to draw because she was really similar to the other things I normally draw. Then I drew Lily because she was the second easiest.
Aww.
And I'm still trying to figure it out how to draw an orc and James, and most importantly, a Catman. That's going to be difficult, but I want to eventually make the fan art of them all and also of certain scenes on the show.
Beautiful. I'm glad you're still in the works. Like a lot of people really like your art, and honestly, we're just like waiting for your next piece to drop. We're waiting, so can't wait. So now I thought it would be a good time to dive into the episode. Why don't you tell us some of your thoughts on what's going on with the battle? But I want to start specifically with if it was your family and you were Lily, How do you think you would have approached this battle going into it?
I think it will have been hard, really hard, and she managed to do something really reasonable that was telling them to pretend that everything is okay, that they don't see anything, but also letting them know that they were there so they could hide their surprises when they saw this group coming in. At the point I am right now, that cover of still being mind control just blew, and I don't really know what's going to happen with Lily's family now. I really hope they can protect them, especially Lily's sisters, because I don't know. I feel it would be uh, really hard for her character to lose. Like, she thought she lost her mother, but now she realized she did not. And then losing her after that, I think that will be really hard for her. And
For
I
sure.
hope that doesn't happen.
Okay. If what is your prediction on how would you go about the battle? Because I mean, it's pretty. Or do you even have a suggestion? Because it is kind of a. There's a lot going on.
I have no idea. No, I really don't. I'm not super strategic and all, so I I mean, it made sense that they were creature to creature, but when they got to the Kraken, I wouldn't have any idea what to do with a giant Kraken right there. Um, so I don't have any
Not
suggestions.
even just the Kraken itself, but like he's on the warden, which makes it worse. So it's
Yeah.
like. And the reason I laughed when you said you don't have much strategy is because why don't you tell I know, but why don't you tell people your experience with D&D?
Okay, I
You lit up. I love it.
just learned about what D&D was like December last year,
Mm-hmm.
and during the first months I started reading things about it. I did not have any money to buy the books or anything, and I couldn't find them on Spanish. Uh,
Hmm.
so I spent several months just reading, and then I decided to join an online game, and it was not really good. Like, it was an one shot, and the DM was like not putting much effort. Like, it was like, nah, you already killed that. Okay, let's just skip the next 4 rooms, and you'll get to the big bad evil immediately. And it was
Oh
not good.
my.
And right after that, I think a week went by, and I said, well, I should try to be a DM. Why not?
Yeah.
And I mean, there were reasons to not be a DM. I have no idea of anything, pretty much.
I think that's just about everybody.
Yeah. And now I'm currently the DM of a nice campaign, and I don't have much planned ahead. I mean, I have a few ideas, but each session I'm like, okay, so I don't think this is going to work at all. So I had to rewrite the whole thing. And after a few times, I learned that maybe I shouldn't even really plan that much ahead. So
Oh,
yeah, I'm not that strategic at all.
coming from a DM, that's hilarious. That's
That's
pretty.
great.
That's I would love to be in one of your games. That would be fun to play out. Uh, I'm sure you're getting a lot of what it's like to be a DM, and you're figuring it out, and I think that's really awesome. I want to commend you on that too, because I
Yeah.
also am pretty new and I want to DM, but I'm still too nervous to take that step. So the fact you did, bravo.
Right. I can tell from firsthand, like my husband is wanting to DM really bad, and We've been trying to get a group together. The COVID stopped it, but like learning all the things from him, he'll read the book and go, "Oh my gosh, so this monster can do this." And he gets really excited. And then I think as a character, I'm going, "But I'll be level 1. I can't go against that for a really long time." And so it's exciting, but it's also hard because you have to be able to make that balance. And so it's it's a big adventure, not just as a character, but also as a DM. And I think that's wonderful that you're really trying to go on that adventure with some friends and family.
Uh, Cam, I also want to let you know the entire, because you can't see, the entire chat is saying that you are amazingly brave for DMing
Yeah.
so new. And someone wants to know what part of Argentina you're from.
Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires. Okay.
There you have it, people. And as we kind of wrap up here, I want to give the floor to you, Cam, to tell the community, the cast, or is there anything you want to share about yourself? The floor is yours if you want it.
I'm not sure. Like, um, I wanted to answer to that when you told me I was super brave.
Oh,
That's not how I view myself a lot, but ever since I joined the Discord, that was like it took me a lot. So that maybe was brave, and being a DM without knowing pretty much anything also was a little bit brave. And also, I think being here when I was not, so everyone knows, I never speak English out loud. This is like the third time I did with native speakers. So this was
Wow.
a step for me, and
it's
I'm
huge.
noticing that all these things relate to D&D and the Darsharan community. So I wanted to thank you all for giving me a place to try new things, and that's
Wow,
that's
you're getting a lot of comments of how well you are speaking English, how
Which I
great
told
you
her that.
are. Like the chat absolutely loves you. And you're doing an absolute great job. You're so courageous. Thank you for breaking out of your shell and coming onto this show and doing so well. I think your English is doing really great.
It is, and I want to thank you for sharing that on here as well. Because you and I talked a lot the other day, just to help you feel comfortable, and I'm glad you shared that because I think it is beautiful. I love that one of the things this community does is it doesn't it doesn't matter what the challenges are. We come together, we help each other from our anxieties, from our struggles. And I love that you're feeling more confident. I love that you joined this community. Honestly, I'm glad you found us, and we are so happy to have you. And you've already been an amazing sparkle in this community. So thank you, and thank you again for agreeing to be a guest on here. It means a lot to me and Ingrid and the community a lot. So thank you. You are beautiful, and hopefully if it's okay with you, maybe in the future when you're a little farther, we can do a round two when we know more, and you can tell us. So I do want to end your thing on overall predictions for the future. Kind of know how we talked about you do with your friend.
yeah.
Overall
Um,
predictions, just long term ones, short term ones, doesn't matter. Overall predictions.
well, first thing, I don't really trust the natural order. I don't. No,
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like they were the first approach the group had about the wardens and all that thing and all that stuff. So we assume they are right and they know what they're saying, but I'm not sure. Like they could be wrong, or maybe they are not telling everything. And I don't know. I see when I get ahead. Um, Also, I think as the natural order is a group of wizards, I think the rejected people from that group are probably the ones slaving the wardens, and
Oh.
they are connected in some sort of organization, like the new Dragonborn I just got introduced to, and they are all under the command of the mage.
Right.
I don't know anything about the mage, by the way. I just know the name.
Yeah, you probably know just about as much as we do.
Or does she?
Or does she? Mm. She's a
Love it.
mysterious one.
Chat is going amazing with going crazy with your theories. I appreciate them. And as you watch, I want you to think of your predictions and see how close you are. And maybe you can come on again and give us prediction part 2. But we'll talk. We'll talk. Thank you, Cam, again for being on here. We appreciated it, and I really do love the fact that you bring so much to this community already. And you are amazing. And you and I will talk very soon, I'm sure.
Okay,
So
thank you.
thank you and bye.
Thank you. Bye.
This has been the most amazing long watch party ever.
Man, this
Guess
is the longest
what?
one, but it's really stinking good.
Yeah, I don't care. So we'll finish it. I want to finish it with some of our current predictions, Ingrid. I want to finish it on our prediction of, we came up with the question, out of the amazing, everyone has shown their cards at this point.
Yes.
It is game time. Plain and simple. Who do you think is going to make the first move, and any move? Will it be Whitebeard? Will it be the party? Or will it be Chilron and his family? What is your prediction, Ingrid? Go.
Gosh, man, it really could be any one of them. It could be, a certain thing agitates them and they just explode or something like that and just really let somebody have it. But I'm actually going to put my money, what little money I have, I'm going to put my ticket on Choron and his family, specifically Bao Jai is going to lose it. She's going to have something's going to trigger her, and she's going to start it. I think she's going to be the spark of the whole shebang of who is going to make the first move and all the stuff that's wrapped up into those 3 different parties there. And so I think she's going to start it.
Okay. Morgan in chat says the first move, like to kiss. How about the first one to draw? All right, is that better, Morgan? I have to go with my gut. I don't necessarily know if it's that he's going to make the first move, but I have to go with who I want to make the first move. I'm putting all my money on Whitebeard. That is my hope. That is my prayer. I want Whitebeard to strike first.
Of course, she's gonna just stand right by her man.
Standing by my man. Exactly. That's what a woman got to do. Thank you all for joining us on this extra long watch party. It's been fun. It's amazing. As me, Ingrid, and Jeff and Cam have already blew it over everybody. Everyone is beautiful. We love everybody. Let's do this again next week. And as always, guys, humankind, be both.